hello everyone. My name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. It's also just another Mimic Monday, again, filmed on a Tuesday, but that's what we got. So let's go ahead and cover a Mimic for Dungeons & Dragons right now. First off, I want to say happy holidays to each and every one of you that has celebrated something over the last couple of weeks. Here we are now moving into 2024, which hopefully will be a good year, despite some of the things that might be gumming up the works. Second, I want to apologize for not putting out any sort of information over the last couple of weeks. I've had a pretty nasty cold. My nose, as you can see, is a little bit red right now. Still a little stuffy if you hear it. But you're not here for that. You're here for that Mimic, as we always do on Just Another Mimic Monday, where I reach into that box of teeth and produce a Mimic for Dungeons & Dragons for each and every one of you. So let's go ahead and cover the fifth Mimic today. There once was a gambler who had been tossed out of the same establishment one too many times by a particular innkeep and decided to get his revenge. How said gambler got this particular Mimic runt and taught it to take the shape of a bottle, there's really no telling. However, it sprang the perfect trap on that damn innkeeper and several of the barflies who tried to help. The gambler also won't divulge how he taught the Mimic to fire endless corks with the force of a halfling slingstone, or why so many of the bottles around town became these monstrosities within a year. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the fifth Mimic statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. As you can see here, it is a challenge rating 2, tiny monstrosity, because they can only change into bottles. They do always have adhesive and false appearance and grappler, just like any other Mimic does. They also have booze hound, so they cannot become intoxicated, so you can fill them with your favorite drink, and they won't start going ig, ig, which is good to know. They do have a tiny little pseudopod and a cute little bite attack, as long as you're not on the receiving end of it. Their big claim to fame, though, is Pop Off, which is a ranged attack, which has a pretty short range, but if it scores a critical hit, deals maximum damage, or reduces a creature's hit points to 0, the Mimic gets to make another Pop Off attack until one of those conditions is not met. Well, there is the fifth Mimic, a nice inspiration for the champagne that some of us were shooting off just a night or two ago. Not myself, because again, I have a cold, and cold medicine and booze does not mix well. I hope you enjoyed today's Mimic, and you can see it along with hundreds of other horror-themed monsters for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, all perfectly free at... I'm also doing Lore 24 over there for a brand new, somewhat silly, somewhat horrific campaign setting. And of course, if you're more interested in the horror fiction that I write, that includes Grease Paint right there, or the non-D&D projects that I have, you can always go to www.zacharyoshea.com. We all have a great 2024 ahead of us, or at least a tolerable one. Thank you for your time and your attention, and have a great day.